and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC Davo. With me today, we have Kells.
Oh.
We have Twy.
What's up, Buttercup?
Reporting live from the hole, it's Arthur.
Wow, the sun. Hello, everyone.
And we have the Sensei Neil.
That's just a dim light bulb, Arthur. It's not the sun.
So this week we begin our fan appreciation season with the wonderful Patrick.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing,
It's
Patrick?
nice to be here.
Now, Patrick is one of our patrons, which we are eternally grateful for. They help keep the lights on this silly show. They help us do it. Patrick's coming on, and he is going to either beat us all or provide us with questions that will stump us all.
I'm going to tell you which one of those two I'm going to do right now. So, first of all, it's great to be on the show. Love the show, fan of the show. All of the fans out there should sign up for the Patreon and be a part of the Brain Ladle community. And I was on the show a couple of years ago. And when Twy asked me if I would come back, I'm very happy to do so. We were talking about whether I should come on as a player or as a host. I said I'd do either. I think I'd be competitive with the right question draw. You never know. But the longer I spend in trivia, the more I enjoy writing. I write or edit and write for one of the mini leagues on Learned League, if that means anything to anybody out there. I've occasionally contributed a trivia puzzle to AVCX Trivia, AVCX Crosswords, which is a great service of independent puzzles and trivia puzzles, crosswords, et cetera, et cetera. And, as I was talking to Twy seemed like she really wanted me to host. And over time, I began to realize that was because she really wanted Neil to play. So,
okay,
now...
I mean, no, be honest. I said Neil can play, but I said he can play, but we're all going to lose anyway.
Well,
wow.
It's funny that you should mention that. Because everyone who listens to the show knows that all of our regular contestants are really excellent trivia players, no matter how much we might make fun of Davo.
Wow.
But in the few episodes I have heard where Neil plays, I've realized that Neil is scary good at this. And if Neil was going to be playing, I figured I had to do something to even the playing field. Maybe two things. So first, I picked a topic that I thought would give other players a chance. Based on my listening and my estimation of Neil's many strengths, I decided that the theme of today's quiz would be foreign languages, about which Neil has sometimes expressed a certain lack of interest. But he may be faking us all out and start speaking Croatian fluently 5 minutes from now. I don't know. Second, I've decided to give our regular players another little advantage if they'd like to use it throughout the quiz. Now, Neil usually has the power to assign points to the answers that the players give. For today's game, I'm going to give Kells and Twy and Davo one opportunity to turn the tables on Neil. Along with their answer, they can announce that they're going to turn the tables. And if they do, they'll get to assign Neil's answer however many points they think it was worth.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they'll grade it on a curve. Maybe Neil's answer was right, but they thought the question was too easy for him. And if so, maybe they'll just give him 3 points instead of 10. Who can say? Each player, except Neil, of course, can do this once during the game.
I'm so sorry, Neil.
More than foreign languages, I should say these are non-English languages, because if I ask questions about Native American languages, someone might reasonably point out that that English might constitute a foreign language. But I'm talking here mostly about non-English languages. All right. So other than that, we've got the standard 6 rounds, 4 questions each, worth up to 10 points, followed by a sudden death round of 10 questions of up to 100 total points. Are there any questions?
No. I'm ready.
Neil, how mad are you?
You know what? I'm not mad. I can take it.
The thing is that if you were furious, you would sound exactly the same. So Not sure
Scary
how.
part.
That is correct.
All right. Well, let's get started. Category 1 is days of the week. Question 1. What is the name in English for what the Germans call Mittwoch?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Twice.
Tuesday.
Kels.
I said Wednesday.
Davo.
Mittwoch sounded a bit to me like midweek, so I said
Same.
Wednesday.
Neil.
Wednesday.
Davo, your insight is correct. That's midweek.
Woo.
So it's Wednesday. Question 2. The English Tuesday derives its name from the Norse god of war, Tyr. Most Romance languages use the name of a different god of war for their name for Tuesday. Give me Tuesday in Spanish, French, or Italian. And I do have an easy mode if you'd like.
Oh, you.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Easy mode, because I don't know any of that malarkey.
Dude.
You're locked in.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy mode. Romance languages originate in Rome. So they use the Roman god of war.
Oh, I'm still going to get it wrong.
Yeah, but now it'll be closer though, and that's a bit
funnier. It'll be funnier is what it'll be.
Yeah.
You got this, Davo.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this one too.
You got what, 3 languages?
Oh my God of War is Larry Holmes.
Which 3
Dave, are you
languages
locked
to
in?
choose from? Oh, hell no. Which 3 languages to choose from?
Spanish, French, or Italian?
Would you have accepted Romanian?
Oh.
this quiz concept is not going to work if Neil knows how to say Tuesday in Romanian.
No. I'm just saying that's another Romance language.
It is indeed.
I don't speak Romanian.
Okay, unrelieved.
Fluently, he only reads.
Yeah, right.
20 minutes.
I only know the names of the week and
and
the numbers.
he can order off a menu anywhere in the world. I'm locked in.
Okay, deal.
Me, martes in Spanish and Espanol.
Kels.
In Francais, it's mardi.
Twy.
Martes in Spanish.
And Davo.
In Davo, Mars Day.
So close. So close. Davo, are you familiar with a holiday that is prominently celebrated in New Orleans?
Oh, really?
On
What
a
does
Tuesday?
that mean?
On a Tuesday?
Mardi Gras, right? We're talking about
Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's Mardi Gras. Mardi. In French,
Mardi.
Martes in Spanish.
Okay, cool.
But so today I learned that Davo language is a Romance language.
Because I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, his is a different kind of romance. His is a romance.
A Romance language and the language of romance. Not the same thing. Question 3. One exception to the Romance language pattern is Portuguese, because a Portuguese bishop in the 7th century decided he didn't like using pagan names for days of the week. So, what is the name in English for the day the Portuguese or Brazilians call segunda-feira?
Locked in.
I'm locked in. Yes.
Locked in.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm locked in.
Okay. Twy.
Monday?
Neil.
Segunda sounds like second to me, so I'm hoping feira means day, which would make it Monday.
Davo.
Monday.
And Kels.
It's Monday.
You all guessed right. It's Monday. So yeah, in Portuguese, they have sábado and domingo, Saturday and Sunday. And then after that, it's second day, segunda-feira, terça-feira, quarta-feira, quinta-feira, sexta-feira.
That sounded beautiful, Patrick. You should say more stuff like that.
I'm going to get to it.
Nice.
So just out of curiosity, Patrick, how many languages do you speak?
I mean, I'd say 4, but, with varying degrees of fluency.
Right.
That's 4 more than I do.
Still working on the
Wait, are you including English in that 4?
Yeah, including English.
I speak good.
Yeah.
I'm fluent in me.
So, I've lived a lot in Spanish-speaking countries. I'm quite fluent there, but I can get by in Portuguese and French and I can read German well enough to get through some documents there, but I don't really speak it well, so.
You were recently in Brazil, weren't you?
I was recently in Brazil, it's true. That's right, I shared pictures of capybaras that I saw there.
That was good eating.
But deadly.
Deadly?
To grasp.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Into your heart.
All right. Question 4. In Japanese, 5 of the days of the week are named after fire, water, wood, gold, and earth. But 2 of the days, Getsuyubi and Nichiyubi, honor the same things that their English names do. Name both objects. And I do have an easy mode.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. In Japanese, 5 of the days of the week are named after fire, water, wood, gold, and earth. Mm-hmm. But 2 of the days, Getsuyubi and Nichiyubi, honor the same things that their English names do. Name both objects.
Locked in.
I'll take easy mode.
Easy mode.
Okay, easy mode for Twy and Davo. The days are consecutive.
You want what the days honor, not the days themselves?
Either one would be fine.
Okay. I'm going to go with the days. Let's see if this works.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, well, let's start with Twy.
Saturday and Sunday?
Davo?
I said Friday and Saturday.
Kels?
Said the sun and the moon. So Sunday and Monday.
And Neil?
Yeah, the only ones in English that don't reference gods are Sunday and Monday for sun and moon.
And that's it. Sunday and Monday.
Man.
So far,
Are you doing half points for Twy got Sunday?
Half points for easy mode. Yeah. But
there were half points for the
no
half
points.
Okay, so no points for Twy and no points for David.
Oh yeah,
right.
I was totally wrong.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Neil, how's my plan to write a quiz that would be hard for Neil to succeed on going so far?
Well, Davo and Twy have 20 points, a respectable 20 points. Kels and myself have 40.
Okay. Fantastic. Everything's going to plan. Don't forget, you can turn the tables on Neil at any time.
I wanted to get a sense of where we were first before I used it. And now I know we are in full Neil quiz mode, so you're getting it soon, Neil.
These are days of the week. They weren't that hard.
They were half hard for me.
Well, I mean for normal people.
Category 2 is accents.
I'm good at those.
It could be that kind of accent. It might be something else.
It's probably something else.
I can't just answer in a funny accent and get points?
Oh, you can.
You can. You absolutely can. All right. Question 1. And don't be obtuse. What is the name of the kind of accent used in Spanish to indicate a stressed syllable?
Locked in.
All right, I'm locked in.
So, I'm locked in.
Well, you're looking up to the heavens, aren't you?
I was looking down. Sorry. I was looking at the paper.
I'll reread the question. Don't be obtuse. What is the name of the kind of accent used in Spanish to indicate a stressed syllable?
Same here.
I'm gonna punt.
Okay. Start with Kels.
Matilda.
Davo.
Well, I said acute.
Twy.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high, twisting, hang time spiral.
Olé!
And Neil.
It is called an acute accent.
It is called an acute accent. The tilde is goes over the end.
I was thinking about the mark. Okay.
Yeah,
me too.
Makes the N sound like a nya.
Right.
See, there's a clue right in the first three words of that there question.
Yep. Can't wait to hear this on next Mars Day.
Yeah.
When the episode drops.
Yeah. All of our episodes drop on Mars Day.
Mars Day.
Happy
Question
Mars
2.
Day to you too.
Question 2. In French, the circumflex accent, which is shaped like a chevron or a hat, is usually used to indicate that a letter has been dropped from the word. Most often, what letter? And I do have an easy mode.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
Mm-hmm. In French, the circumflex accent, shaped like a chevron or a hat, is usually used to indicate that a letter has been dropped from the spelling of the word. Most often, what letter is the letter that's been dropped?
What do you mean by drop?
Older forms of spelling, like older French, it would have had that letter in it. And in the modern form of spelling, that letter has been replaced by the hat over the vowel.
Oh, I'm going to take easy mode because I'm not 100% clear on the question.
I'll also take easy mode.
Yeah, I'll take the easy mode.
Okay, so everybody wants easy mode?
No, I'm locked in.
Okay, Twi's locked in. Everybody else gets the easy mode. Okay, so some words featuring this pattern are chateau. Give chateau C-H-A-T-E-A-U with the circumflex accent over the A. Or forêt, F-O-R-E-T with an accent over the E.
I'm locked in. Easier for me. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay, Kels, what you got?
I just said A.
Okay, Devo?
T.
Neil?
So, I was thinking back to my high school French. When you mentioned chateau, I was thinking the chateau is like a castle, but there's no S in castle, or in chateau. And then I was thinking of l'hotel and l'hôpital, and those, I believe, have the accent over the O, but no S. So my answer, in short, is S.
Oh, wow.
And Twi?
Pretty much the same reasoning with Neil. It's like when you think about a bunch of French words, you don't see a bunch of S's, so I said S.
Man.
Yeah. And that is pretty good reasoning, and it's the correct answer.
Wow.
So if you see a French word and it has a little hat on there, like forêt, F-O-R-E-T, and you just throw an S after the letter, F-O-R-E-S-T, suddenly you realize what word it is. That's the word for forest, but in the French way. Assuming, of course, it's a common root. All right, you learned a little something.
Yeah, that was very cool. Learned that Neil's way too friggin' smart.
It's a problem. It's a problem. Remember, you could have assigned him 0 points for that question had you so chosen.
I could have.
You could have. All right. Question 3. The heavy metal umlaut is used to give a kind of gothic feel to band names. Motley Crue was surprised when German crowds greeted them as Motley Crue because the umlauts do change the nature of the sound of the vowel.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That hit me so hard, so fast. It's like gut punch of humor. Oh, that was great. Oh, okay, I'm sorry to cough all through that. Oh, that was funny. All right.
Motley Crue.
Okay. Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
That's so
Yeah,
great.
he's going to be doing this.
Yeah, all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Motley Crue.
You gave him a new toy.
A new toy. In Spinal Tap, they put one over the N.
Nice.
That's a joke. David St. Hubbins from Spinal Tap says, "It's like a pair of eyes. You're looking at the umlaut, and it's looking at you." But here's the question. What is the first band to have originated this trend in 1970? rock critic Richard Meltzer said he suggested it to producer Sandy Pearlman, saying, "How about an umlaut over the O? Metal had a Wagnerian aspect anyway."
Can you repeat that last part?
Sure. What is the first band to have originated the trend in 1970? Rock critic Richard Meltzer says he suggested it to producer Sandy Pearlman, saying, "How about an umlaut over the O? Metal had a Wagnerian aspect anyway."
I might be wrong.
I can improvise an easy mode if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
I think.
No, David, you're locked in.
Locked in.
I think this band had a. I think it was umlaut in there. I'm locked in.
Okay, Davo.
I said Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Some tables are turning right now.
Wow.
You turn the tables.
Yeah, full sass marks. Full sass. Whatever he says, he gets 0 points for it.
Davo?
It's so petty.
All right, Dwight.
Aerosmith.
Gals.
Blue Oyster Cult.
And Neil.
It is Blue Oyster Cult.
It is Blue Oyster Cult. Congratulations to Kels.
I forgot they existed.
I don't even know who that is.
Dwight. They're the band that did the "Don't Fear the Reaper" song, which is featured in the More Cowbell SNL sketch. So, to me, I actually put this together writing this question because that Wagnerian thing, I hadn't realized where that umlaut came from. But in Wagner's Ring Cycle, one of the parts of the Ring Cycle is the Götterdämmerung, the Twilight of the Gods, and it has umlauts all over it. And so that must have that attempt to make a sort of Wagnerian aspect to the name led to this slightly bizarre trend, which you have in what Motorhead has it, a Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, there must be others.
So
Motorhead.
we had Blue Oyster Cult on the show recently. If you remember, he picks up a bus and he throws it back down as he wades through the buildings towards the center of town.
Whoa.
Go Godzilla!
Well, that's right. Yep. All right. Question 4. Okay, technically these are different letters rather than accents, but the Øresund Bridge, the second longest in Europe, connects two countries. In one country, the name is spelled with an umlaut over the O, and in the other country, they spell it with that slashed O, an O with like a slash from top right to bottom left. Name either country. I'll give you 15 points if you can name both.
What's the name of the bridge?
Øresund. Oresund.
I like that.
I'm locked in.
Neil, you in?
I'm in, yeah.
Okay. Neil starts off.
Sweden and Denmark.
Davo.
I said Germany and Denmark.
Twy.
They don't need a bridge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's also islands around Denmark. So you want to go to one island?
I said Sweden and Denmark.
And Kels.
Nah, I said Sweden and Norway.
Okay, so the correct answer is Sweden and Denmark. So we had 2 fully correct answers. Producer Arthur, what should we do to the people that gave 1 correct country?
Oh, I thought it was going to be
10, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 10 points and then 15 for both.
Yeah, that's true. But I said name either country, and they named both, but one of them was wrong.
Oh, I see what you're doing there because they
I didn't know it was
they
double.
made the attempt. That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, which one did they say first? That's how I would do it.
Don't do that.
I want to
because I would consider
let's
that their answer and then their attempt at the bonus.
Can I turn the tables again?
You already did.
Now I'm like,
I'll tell you what.
I'll borrow
We're
one
trying to keep,
because basically what's happening here,
I want to use mine.
we're going to have Davo get full points for bridging 2 landlocked countries.
Denmark is not a singular landmass; they're islands. And I got hung up on my umlaut. Okay.
All right. No, fair enough. Look, I think
there was a reason. It was a bad one, but a reason.
I think 10 points for just getting one.
I think 10 points.
And then 15 if you got both.
Yeah, I think it's totally fair. I agree with you, Arthur. Now get back in your
back in the hole.
All right. Agreed. All right. Okay, Neil, can you give us an update on how my efforts to write a quiz that would be difficult for you are going?
Sure. Devo has 40. Twy has 45. Kells has 60. And thanks to Devo, I've only got 70.
You bloop singled him.
I just have to note, Neil, how does that feel? I'm just curious, because I know you've orchestrated a lot of these, people getting lightning struck in the face and everything. What is your opinion on being on the receiving end of this?
I'm trying to maintain a calm demeanor and just let it flow over me.
Blood is
gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Waters of Lake Minnetonka over here.
Neil, not to correct you, but I think you probably have 75 points because you got 15 on that last one.
Yeah, but I took the easy mode on the circumflex question.
Never correct Neil.
The spreadsheet is never wrong.
Yeah, it's never wrong. Never lost.
All right, now that I faced that humiliation, we'll march on.
We do that twice a week, buddy. You get used to it.
Yep.
So, out of curiosity, Patrick, how did it feel to be on the receiving end of a shame nugget? What was it like for you?
Actually, I'm trying to maintain my equilibrium, but I'm just crying inside.
Surprise in every bag.
Well, you just made my day.
Okay, category 3 is called Languages and Their Speakers. Question 1. Yupik and Dakota are indigenous languages with about 20,000 speakers each. But what Native American language with 170,000 native speakers today is the most common in what is today the United States? I'll have an easy one if you like. So the most spoken Native American language in the U.S., in what is now the U.S.
Man, that's good. I don't want to keep taking easy mode. I'll never catch Neil that way because I sure have a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the easy mode. I don't want to, but I need it
either. But I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll take the easy mode then.
Twy, do you want the easy mode? Or do you want to take time?
I'm locked in.
Oh, you're locked in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Neil, you locked in as well?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, the easy mode is that the language was used by the U.S. military during World Wars I and II as a form of encryption.
All right, I'm locked in.
I was going to say that right out the gate.
I was.
All right, David, what is it?
Navajo.
Kells.
Navajo.
Neil.
Navajo.
And Twy.
Navajo,
or Dinebizad, as they call it themselves. But yes, Navajo is correct. Okay, question 2. In the country where the 4th most common spoken language is Telugu, what is the most spoken language?
What is the most spoken language?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I might be overthinking it. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I think...
I'll put that one in parentheses.
I'm going to punt on this one just to... Yeah, I'm going to punt.
Is everybody else in? Sorry, I missed it. Twy, if you were in.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, Devo.
Comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
Yeah!
Twy.
Arabic?
Kells.
Say Hindi, but I have Bengali in parentheses.
Neil?
So Telugu is a language from India, or at least I know it's spoken in India. I don't know if it's the 4th most common, but I do know that Hindi is the most common in India. So if I'm right, then my correct answer is Hindi.
Shockingly, you are right. And Kells, Bengali is the 2nd most spoken language in India. So, good parenthetical, but you chose the right order. A language called Marathi is 3rd, Tamil is 5th, and Telugu is 4th. Okay, question 3. In Spain, the most common language is obviously Spanish, Castilian Spanish to be specific, from Castile. About 8% of households speak Catalan. And then there are the languages or maybe just dialects of Valencian and Galician. But what language isolate, not related to Spanish in any way, is spoken by about 1% of households in Spain?
Oh my gosh.
Said not related to Spanish?
Not related to Spanish at all. It's a language isolate.
What is that?
It means it's not related to other languages.
Like any other languages, or just not related to Spanish?
It seems to be of unique origin.
Oh.
You said this language has nothing to do, it's not related to Spanish whatsoever, correct?
Not whatsoever. That's correct.
Locked in.
Okay. Kels?
Dothraki.
Kels? You might be on the right track.
Davo, did you say Dothraki as well?
I also said Dothraki.
Congratulations.
Because Klingon would have been dumb.
Why?
Wakandan.
Neil, save us.
I think it might be Basque.
Well, shockingly, it is Basque.
Son of a motherless goat. This is so ridiculous.
It's just like all the times, ain't it, David?
This feels so good.
In your travels, have you lived in Spain?
No, I've never been to Spain.
This.
Okay.
It is Basque. It's spoken in the Basque country. They call it Euskara there rather than Basque. And, it's for a long time an independence movement, especially during the Spanish dictatorship. Anyhow, Guernica, the famous Pablo Picasso painting Guernica, that's up in the Basque country. The town of Guernica that was bombed during the Spanish Civil War.
It's at the west end of the Pyrenees, I think.
Yes. All right. Question 4. Although Swahili and Hausa are more common language families in Africa, Amharic has about 57 million speakers, mainly in one single country. That country is also the most populous landlocked country on Earth. What is the country?
Locked in?
I'm locked in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Neil.
So thinking of all the landlocked countries in Africa, I know that a lot of them have English as their main language. But one that I know has some odd languages, and I think is completely landlocked, and it has a lot of people, is Ethiopia. So that's my answer.
Okay, Devo.
Nigeria.
Not landlocked.
Twy.
You know what?
Because it's got a lot of people in Ethiopia.
Else?
But give him credit. He at least named an African country.
That's
totally
true. And it wasn't Cote d'Ivoire.
It wasn't his favorite.
Because it has coast.
Which is also not landlocked.
Right?
All right. Y'all done?
You know what? You know what else? You know what else Cote d'Ivoire has in it? It has a circumflex accent over the O, indicating a missing S.
Hey.
That would spell coast.
Coast. If that circumflex accent, rearing its ugly head again.
Kels, what's your answer?
For the reason that they have a lot of people, and I was pretty sure that it was landlocked. I went with Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is right.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Did we get
I don't think I am. Nigeria has a lot of people, right?
It does. It's the most populous country in Africa.
I knew that. So I was like, hey, there's a lot of people in Nigeria. I have no idea if it's landlocked or not, but I went with lots of people. I just didn't get to that next level of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I'm not coming at it completely idiotically.
No. Nope.
Just marginally idiotically.
Yeah, Nigeria has more than 200 million people in it, so it's 2/3 of the U.S. by population. It's a lot of people.
A lot of dudes.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes. And
there's even
some
lady folk.
And some lady folk.
How you get all them dudes? Dudes and ladies.
Did we get Twi's answer?
And everybody in between.
Oh, we got Twi's answer. It was the same as YouTube. Yeah, all of you stepped on my throat for that one, so all of you get your turntable turns. So there.
All right. Oh, that's the end of category 3. Neil, how am I doing?
How are you doing wrecking Neil's face, huh? Might as well just start yelling at you because you did this to beat Neil.
Devo has 45 points.
Yeah, I do.
Twy has 65. Kells has 80. And I have 110.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay, I cannot emphasize enough that he would be batting 1,000 if I didn't step up.
Yeah.
All right?
It's true.
So there's some more tables to turn, and I'm looking to my fellow sufferers to do so.
All right. We're stepping boldly into category 4, which is counting.
I sure can count.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you some numbers, and then you give me the next one in the sequence, counting up.
Oh.
Okay? All right. Yeah, I'm going to give you full credit if you tell me the number in the same language that I used, and I'll give you half points if you tell it to me in English.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
I like that.
Yeah.
Question 1. 14, 15.
Wait,
All right, I'm locked in.
so, 14? Wait a minute.
I know what this is.
So English is half points if you like.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to sound as melodious as yours, Patrick. It's going to sound bad coming from me. It's going to be bad.
I'm not grading pronunciation.
Thank you. Good. I'll ballpark it, I swear.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how to say. All right. I'm gonna try. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Twy, are you in?
Oh, yeah, I locked in. I'm sorry. I thought you heard me.
Okay. See, this is why I was writing everything down. Okay, Twy, start us off.
46?
Okay, Neil.
I don't know what language that is, but I think the next number is going to be 6.
Okay, Kels.
You know what? I lied. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure I can pull it off. I thought it was 16.
Devo.
16.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Devo!
Yeah, that's how you say it.
He did it! That's
I
it.
did.
14, 15, 16. That's 14, 15, 16 in Spanish. So, 10 points to Devo, 5 to Kels.
Yeah.
Hooray. Thank you, Sesame Street.
Good job, buddy.
We finally got Neil. All right, question 2. Ye are blank.
Okay.
Ye old tavern. What's happening? Ye are.
At least you're all going down with me in this category.
I was buoyed by 16, and now I'm plummeting back down to earth. I don't know.
Locked
I don't even
in.
have I'm locked in.
Okay, Kels.
Farmers.
Dum 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 dum.
Dwight.
5.
Oh.
Neil.
I have no idea what language that is. I'm hoping that since they're short, you were just doing 1 and 2, so I went with 3.
Devo.
I said 5 as well.
All right. Well, game theory 1. That is 1, 2, and 3 would be san in Mandarin. That's the beginning of counting. Ye are san.
Wow.
The place that you're now going to recognize this is if you see Chinese tourists taking a picture. They count 1, 2, 3. You're going to hear ye are san, and then they take a picture.
Nice.
Question 3. 9, Zane.
I'm locked in.
Locked in. I don't remember. Yeah. Dang it. Okay, I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay. Devo starts off.
Pretty sure that's German, and it's coming up as 10. And I don't remember how to say 10.
Okay, Kels.
I said 11.
Twy.
I also said 11.
No.
And Neil.
Yeah, it's 11.
Man!
Because 9 sounded like 9.
Like
to me.
9.
And Zen kind of sounds like 10.
9, Zane. And then the charming 11 in German is elf.
Oh.
No.
Point saying elf.
Davo, I didn't get an aw from you. Could I get an aw from you? Everybody else
You're
did.
getting something.
That is code for back in the hole. I got it.
Dare I say that Davo had an Andy level of confidence with his wrong
He
answer?
did.
You could say that.
Did.
I'd rather you didn't, but you could.
He did have the language picked out.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
got
just
that.
miscounted. I genuinely
Mhm.
miscounted.
Okay, and finally, question 4. 78, 79.
That's your wheelhouse, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you don't do that. There's,
Oh, great. I started counting in French and then transitioned immediately between 4 and 5 into German. So I'm doomed.
I think this is it.
What are the numbers one more time, Patrick?
78, 79.
Yeah, I'm off. Good old French, making you do math when you count.
I'm locked in. Yeah.
Everybody in?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Neil starts off.
I tried to put my head into French, and I'm thinking that the next number is 70.
Okay. Twy.
70.
Davo.
70.
Oh, it hurts so
Kel?
much. So, 60 is 60. And 78, 79 is 60 plus 10. Well, 60 plus 18 is 16 plus 19. So that's 78, 79. So the next number is 80.
Oh, beautiful. That's right. The next number is 80 or 80 in French. But they don't have a word for 80. They say 420s.
420s.
Where are we coming out of category 4, Neil?
Davo has 55, Twy 70, Kel's 100, and I have 120.
Oh.
All right.
Gap
Okay.
a little bit, Kels.
It's, not anybody's game, but
Patrick.
it's
a game. It's somebody's game.
It's somebody's game.
Patrick.
All right, we have 2 categories left and 2 turn the tables
hold on.
opportunities.
There's something you desperately need to know. Desperately.
Yes.
Don't put that fine a point on it, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Any finer point would be, Davo, why are you here?
Category 5 is invented languages.
Hey, I'm great at those.
Oh,
I've mentioned at least one, maybe
maybe
2.
It's Davish.
The language of romance. Question 1. What auxiliary language created by L.L. Zamenhof in 1887 now has several thousand native speakers?
I don't know, but that's an awesome name.
Yeah, it really is.
Wait, what is an auxiliary language?
Well, auxiliary means helping. So the purpose of this language is to assist with communication rather than to be a primary language necessarily.
Oh, read the question for me one more time, please.
Sure. What auxiliary language created by L.L. Zamenhof in 1887 now has several thousand native speakers?
Oh, this is such a great question, and I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I'm very interested to find out what the right answer is. All right, I'm locked in. This is a great question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm locked in.
Okay. Kels.
Romulan.
Davo.
1880s?
I don't know when it started.
Everybody look at Kels for the weird answer, right? I said ASL.
Oh.
Twy.
Yiddish?
Neil.
Esperanto.
Yeah, why does it sound
Davo, I
right?
love that ASL answer, but the correct answer is Esperanto.
Yep.
I didn't even... Okay. What does Esperanto sound like?
So actually, Esperanto sounds like a simplified form of Spanish.
Okay.
It has more regularity, and it's just designed to be easier to learn. So Zamenhof's idea was that it would both be helpful for, like connecting people across cultures, but also that it could become a kind of universal language that would help, unite peoples in conflict. It hasn't become that, obviously, but it does now have enough speakers that there are people that teach Esperanto to their children as they're growing up, and it's like 20,000, 30,000 native speakers of Esperanto, a totally invented language from 140 years ago or so. It's designed to be easy to learn so that it could facilitate communication. I think in effect, English has become the default second language for a lot of people around the world, if it's not their first. Which has probably reduced the need for it. But that's there you go, Esperanto. That people, their books translated into Esperanto and you can read it. Wow. It's a lot like a simplified form of Spanish.
Very cool.
All right, question 2. When Gandalf opens a passageway to Moria with the password Melon, after puzzling over the inscription, speak friend and enter, because Melon means friend, Gandalf is speaking what language invented by J.R.R. Tolkien?
Locked in?
How specific do you want us to be?
Oh my gosh. I'll take the generic form. It's fine.
What?
No.
I'm kind of stuck between two. All right. Locked in.
Okay, David, why don't you explain to us why you're stuck between two?
Well, my answer is Dwarvish. Because it's the entrance to the Mines of Moria, which was for the Great Dwarven Mine. I was thinking of something that the elves did as a back door. Just stuck in my head somewhere in there. So I said Dwarvish.
Okay, Twy.
I just wrote Elfish.
Neil?
Based on when you said the generic term was acceptable, then it's Elvish, but
me in the
more specifically, it's Sindarin.
And Kels.
I guessed Elvish.
All right. Well,
okay.
As you said, Davo, it's something the elves put there.
Yep.
So
Yep. Playing with Neil always puts me on tilt so bad. Oh, man.
Neil, I don't actually know if it's Sindarin or Kenya, but yeah, it's Elvish.
Davo, are you okay?
Okay. Moving on.
I'll be fine.
He's not.
I'll be fine.
Question 3. Linguist Mark Okrand developed a full grammar for what language, based on lines spoken initially by James Doohan. Today, the language has perhaps 20 to 30 fully fluent speakers, and courses are available on Duolingo. What is the language?
Okay.
Martin.
Locked in.
Sounds like you see somebody on your yard.
Kels, you ready?
I'm locked in, yes.
Okay, go for it.
Klingon.
Twy.
Klingon? I wrote the same thing.
Davo.
Klingon.
Neil.
It's Klingon.
It is Klingon.
I was being funny.
Oh, you're right. It's Klingon.
The Bible's been translated into Klingon.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Shakespeare's been translated into Klingon. When I was researching the question, there was a story on the Wikipedia page about some guy who tried to teach his kid Klingon, just like raised his kid Klingon, and the wife spoke English and he spoke Klingon to the kid. And the kid would basically refuse to speak Klingon to him at age 5. He really rebelled and wouldn't deal with him anymore, so he had to stop.
So did you say that the first person to speak Klingon was James Doohan?
Yeah, James Doohan came up with the sounds that he thought would work for Klingon. I think it was for one of the movies, maybe the first movie, but
I'm trying to remember if in the series when the Klingons showed up, because I know the Klingons in the original series really look nothing like today's Klingons.
They didn't speak a different language or have a different culture.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
Bad guy.
So yeah, it would have been the motion picture where it was invented.
Yeah. So he had the ideas for it, and then later on, as the movies went on, they got a linguist to sort of build out the language, starting with the sounds that James Doohan had kind of come up with as here's a foreign, a Klingon sounding thing. So yes, he's the first one who spoke the language, although it's not clear that he knew what he was saying, but he just came up with the sounds that were used for the language. Yeah. All right. Question 4: a fictional pidgin language featuring a mixture of gibberish and real words from English, French, Spanish, Indonesian, Hindi, Korean, Filipino, and Italian is featured in what film franchise whose first entry was released in 2010?
Pigeon.
Yes, it's a fictional pidgin language featuring a mixture of gibberish and real words from that list of languages that I already said.
It's not like the bird. It's a Pidgin.
Okay. So it's like I was trying to think.
I was thinking bird too. That's all. Wait a minute.
I'm locked in.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I can. A fictional pidgin language featuring a mixture of gibberish.
Is it a fictional pigeon or a fictional?
It's a fictional pigeon. It's Fred the pigeon. It's his language. So it's a language featuring a mixture of gibberish and real words from English, French, Spanish, Indonesian, Hindi, Korean, Filipino, and Italian. Is used in what film franchise whose first entry was released in 2010?
If you need it, when I play tested this game with my son, I did have an easy mode that helped him get it. So if you want an easy mode, Patrick, I can give them one.
Yeah. Offer it. I mean, you just did.
There's an easy mode if you guys want it.
Yeah, I'll take the easy mode if there is one.
You said it's a series, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm blanking on movies.
How many movies?
Kels, I'm sorry, I don't think any of these films have won an Oscar. So
I used to watch Blank Man a lot, so the Oscar isn't my baseline.
Well, Arthur's got an easy mode for you.
I guess
Easy
I need
mode for
easy
me.
mode.
Easy mode.
Okay, so Davo, you're still locked in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the easy mode is one of the English words that they have is banana.
You go to Arthur.
Well, that's right. I was going to say you can give Neil as many points as you want for that, but you already did the table thing.
Did. I did my best.
You just need the film franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Oh man, I was feeling so good about knowing this. I said, "Hey, I got this easy mode. It works for kids. Let's give it to these adults who know stuff. Who beat me on a regular basis every week.
Do we? I feel like
let's make sure we help them."
My Discord is so full of angry babies, I'll never be able to use it again.
Nope.
That's why it's been kind of quiet.
Every day for the next week, buddy, you're getting some angry babies. You wake up, you're like, oh, cool, a message. Yep, angry babies.
Les enfants furieux. That was a joke for Kels.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. Twy, are you in?
Oh, I locked in. Sorry, I didn't.
I don't know if I locked in, but I am now.
Okay, Neil. Start us off.
The easy mode didn't help me at all. I get the impression that it's like a cartoon, which I don't watch.
His favorite thing in the world.
So I'm guessing Madagascar.
Okay, Twy.
Series.
Minions.
Kels.
Despicable Me.
Davo.
Despicable Me.
This is indeed Minionese from Despicable Me. I think we'll give Twy full credit for that.
Yeah, I think that's good. And then Neil should get half credit just for at least naming an animated film, or
That's an interesting interpretation of the rules.
So
all right, Neil.
Full credit for Twy was half points, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy mode.
Yeah, easy mode. Yeah. That's why people feel like they can sort of understand Minionese because it sprinkles in words from all these different languages. But I did also read while researching this question that they do redub it in different, when they're dubbing the film for foreign language audiences. So they've got like this whole theory of how Minionese works and how it would work in different languages. So anyway, somebody spent a lot of time working on that goofy language.
It's crazy.
All right, Neil, where are we with score-wise?
At the end of Category 5, Davo has 75, Twy 95, Kels 125, and I have 150.
So if you're mathing at home, everybody, Neil is twice the trivia guy that I am.
Well, a little bit more.
Right.
If you count the one that you took away from me.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I mean, not that I'm counting that one, but if I were.
All right. We have one category left, and that leaves 4 opportunities to turn the tables on Neil, should you so choose.
Please choose. Please.
They're not going to do it because they like me.
Oh, Neil, there's nothing to do with dislike.
It's in the interest of a competitive game. Category 6 is scripts. Question 1. In the Hangul alphabet, created in 1443 by King Sejong the Great, the shapes of the consonants mimic the position of the mouth in pronouncing them. What language today uses this script? Hangul.
Locked in?
Whenever I play these games with Neil, any answer that I think, I'm just going to try to guess. I feel like if my guess is sufficiently bad, I'll never hear the end of it.
And every time that happens, they will just say, Mouli Cru.
That's how you fight it off.
I'm like,
Davo, just remember that points are just a number. Doesn't mean you're a worse or better trivia player.
it statistically, mathematically shows that I am.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Davo on
that. I just can't win. All right. I'm going to go back in the hole. At least
Melissa will always love you.
Well, I hope so, because...
Hey, Albert, is Melissa related to Annabelle?
Are you talking to me, or is Albert actually here
I mean,
right now?
I was looking at a message that he typed that popped up on my screen.
I feel worse because I heard it and I didn't even think anything was wrong. Let you know where my head is right now. So I am also sorry.
Wow.
Anyway, what was the question?
Was Melissa related to Annabelle?
No. Melissa is actually what is known in the film circles as a Deadite. So that is
holy crap.
Yeah, that's why it gets really wacky down here. Annabelle's in a separate cinematic universe, if you will.
Our canon has taken a really weird turn in the last few minutes.
Is everybody in? Twy, are you in?
Mm-hmm, I'm locked in.
Okay. Twy, go ahead.
Korean?
Kels?
I wasn't sure if it was Korean or Japanese, but I went with Korean.
Devo?
I came around to Korean.
Neil?
It's a very distinctive looking script that makes me recognize, when I'm playing GeoGuessr, I immediately know I'm in Korea. South Korea specifically.
Oh, wow.
Because North Korea doesn't have Street View. I don't know if you knew that.
No, yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. You're so much smarter than I am.
It is Korean. Good job, everybody. Question 2. One of the complete writing systems developed completely independently of any other was for what language indigenous to Mesoamerica? It used a combination of logographs for words or ideas like shield or jaguar, and syllabograms to represent sounds.
I like it.
Locked in?
Okay, start with Neil this time.
I'm sure there's a bunch of different written languages there, but I'm hoping the one you're talking about is Mayan.
Twy.
Mayan?
Kels.
I also said Mayan.
And Devo.
I said Mayan.
That's good, everybody. This is Mayan. Okay, question 3. Spread throughout Eastern Europe by Orthodox Christian disciples, the script used in Russia and other neighboring countries is named in honor of what person?
Locked in.
Maybe it is that.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Kels?
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Neil, you know you're my favorite. But just because I want to use it, I'm going to turn some tables.
I mean, how many points are you going to take away?
1.
Aww.
What the actual...
And 1.
I thought she was going to give him points, like make it like a 30-point question. I really thought that's where you were going. But one is just better. I like it.
So Neil gets 9 on this.
Well, if I get it right.
Oh man. Oh, my vision is blurring. Blood pressure.
Okay, Twy. What's your answer?
Alexander.
Kels, what's your answer?
Cyril.
Devo.
Saint Cyril.
And Neil.
I'm guessing since the language is Cyrillic that it must be some dude named Cyril.
It is. It's St. Cyril, as Devo says. So, 9 points for you, Neil.
That's why you're still my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If we can frame Devo's reaction to her saying 1, we can frame that some kind of way.
Needle point that thing up, hang it up.
Yeah. I decide all these systems to make things harder for Neil, and the one who seems to be hurting is Devo. I'm sorry, Devo.
That's been this show from day one. Neil has an idea. Let's do this really cool podcast. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I love it. Neil, I knew he was smart. I didn't know he was a super genius.
I like languages.
All right, here is the last question of the regular rounds. Old English has some letters that we no longer use today. One is the tied together AE, which sounded like the A in father and is still used in Icelandic and Danish. Another looks like a kind of overlapping P and B, a vertical line with a bump in the middle, which made a TH sound. What are the names of either of these letters? But I do have an easy mode.
I'm taking it.
Easy mode.
Because I got something else stuck in my head. I'm going to need the easy mode.
I'm locked in.
Of course.
All right. Okay, the easy mode is the latter sounds like something you would try to avoid while gardening, and the former sounds like what you would get if you burned the latter.
If you burnt the ladder or the ladder.
Either one. Yeah.
Sorry. Clever.
I mean, I hit the Allison line. I don't really care anymore. I mean, I care in a sense. Please repeat the question.
I mean, you sure sound like you care.
I'm locked in. Good Lord, this is a good question.
Locked in.
Okay, Devo.
Well, I went with the ever dreaded triple U.
The triple U. Very nice. Twy.
I said bees. You try to avoid bees while gardening. It's a bee.
Some might observe that B is still a letter in English, but Kels?
Ooh, that was a college-educated shame nugget.
That was a visitor shame nugget.
Wow.
I mean, I felt that shame nugget over here. Like, that was something.
I really don't care.
Don't worry, Twy, you're still my favorite.
Now remember, he only has so many salty clips, so try to, contain.
It's on me, right? If you burn the ladder, you get ash, right? So I want ash.
And Neil?
If you burned a thorn, you would get ash.
Oh, it's so good.
Wow, a thorn. That's the yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the
it's a thorn and an ash.
Yeah.
Well done. That means nicely dug out, Kels. And of course, Neil just knew them both off the top.
I was about to say that.
No, I didn't know ash, but when he said that, it made sense.
Yeah. All right. Great. And that brings us to the end of regulation. Neil, what are the scores?
Before we go to the scores, Kels.
I know what you're going to say, Dave. I'm sorry.
Okay. As long as you know what you did.
I wasn't thinking.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait, because if Kels waited till the end, does he give the opportunity to do a full table turn? And just give
turn this whole thing around.
Yeah. Kels could just flip the tables and all the scores are gone. So we start back at 0.
And still lose sudden death.
It might.
Just as long as you know what you did wrong, and we can improve that next time.
Yeah, but is what I did worse than what I did?
No. But
So
although given the way tonight's gone, you probably would have said 2. So
I wouldn't have went higher than 5 because it doesn't seem fair.
How many points are you going to take off? 2. What the heck are you doing? What? Okay.
Yes. All
right. What are the scores?
The scores are Devo with 105, Twy 115, Kells 165, and I have 189.
89? How did that happen?
Anybody's game.
Some of us
Devo,
tried
you still have a chance.
real hard, and some of us tried just a little.
This is producer Arthur, just cutting in with a quick announcement. Before we began recording Sudden Death, we had to switch out Patrick's location. During this, the audio quality was affected, so you will hear a slight change to Patrick's audio. You still will be able to hear him and completely understand. We just wanted to let you know so you're not shocked by the sudden change in quality of audio. Now, I know what you probably want to say now is that, Arthur, what about your audio? Please understand that I'm also recording in a hole using a microphone that is really just a tin can piece of string that has a USB connection. Thank you, and let's get to Sudden Death.
Sudden Death.
So for Sudden Death today, I'm going to give you the literal translation of a place name into English and the language that it's from. And then you give me the original name.
Okay.
So for example, if I said middle of the earth and Latin, you would say Mediterranean. Right? Mediterranean.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Would I say Mediterranean, though? That's the question. Would I say that?
Okay. Question 1. Desert in Arabic.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'm probably already out. This is humiliating.
I am so worried, but this makes sense. I hope it makes sense.
Okay. Kels, what makes sense?
I hope it's Sahara.
Twy.
Sahara.
Neil.
Sahara.
Devo.
I said Sahara.
You're all correct.
Oh boy.
Why did you only breathe when I said it?
What do you think, Neil? Take half a second and work that one through.
You do have the highest batting average on this.
Yeah. I did have half a semester of Arabic when I was living there.
Well, you know.
I mean, that was in 6th grade.
Sixth grade? Nice.
Question 2. Great River in Ojibwe.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Devo.
Mississippi.
Twy.
Mississippi.
Neil.
It's got to be Mississippi.
Kels.
Mississippi.
It's got to be Mississippi. It is Mississippi. Okay, question 3. Northern capital in Mandarin.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Neil, you in?
Yep. Yeah. I'm locked in.
Okay. Neil.
Based solely on my knowledge of Chinese geography, I'm guessing Beijing.
Kels.
Beijing.
Twy.
Beijing.
And Devo.
Beijing.
Beijing is northern capital, yeah. And Nanjing is southern capital. Question 4. White Mountain or Shining Mountain in a combination of Swahili and another local language called Kichaga.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, Twy.
Kilimanjaro.
Kels.
Kilimanjaro.
Devo.
Kilimanjaro.
Neil.
Also Kilimanjaro.
It's Kilimanjaro. Okay. We got another white mountain, but this time it's in Hawaiian.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay. Devo starts off.
Mauna Loa.
Twy?
Mauna Kea?
Kels?
Mauna Kea.
Come on.
Neil?
Tallest mountain in Hawaii is Mauna Kea.
They both sprung a leak.
Well, it was a tough one. You got Mauna Loa, you got Mauna Kea. And the correct one's Mauna Kea.
Of course it is. Yeah, good job.
Mauna Loa means long mountain. Just, for reference.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, Dave. I try to be of service. Okay, question 6. Fragrant harbor in Cantonese.
You.
I liked it.
Yes. I can't. He's a guest. I can't yell at him like I would Neil. Oh my god.
Davo, I'm right here if you want to just yell at me to get it out of your system.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll let Melissa know what.
Kels?
Hong Kong.
Twy?
Hong Kong.
Neil?
Yeah, Patrick, we've had this on the show a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I remember.
It's only painful because it's like I had 2 choices in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I missed. Oh god.
Okay. Well, I don't think this one's been on the show.
By the way, Patrick, I wasn't trying to shame you for reusing a question.
No.
I do that regularly. I was explaining to anybody who didn't know why Dava was.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Okay. Next one. City of Temples in Khmer.
Why?
Yeah, this is wrong. I'm not there.
Okay. Twy.
Taj Mahal.
Kels.
Bangkok.
Neil.
Khmer is the language of Cambodia. So my first thought was Phnom Penh, but then I thought it's probably Angkor Wat.
That's the
answer.
Mm-hmm. Probably Angkor Wat. It is Angkor Wat.
Of course.
Okay, Neil. Well, you're still in it.
Of course.
Let's see what you got. Give me Old Mountain in Quechua.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Sure. Give me Old Mountain in Quechua.
Wow. Got you there, buddy.
If I knew what Quechua was.
That was my thought when I heard the question.
Oh, okay. Quechua, I bet that starts with a Q. So that means it's probably in South America.
Stalking his prey. It's gonna get there.
It's coded for the kill.
I hear him outside the door.
I'm trying to remember what the peaks in the Andes are. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, Old Mountain in Quechua.
Chimborazo?
Can I guess?
Neil, get your foot ready. You're going to want to kick yourself. Go ahead.
It's Machu Picchu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one I couldn't think of.
Yeah. Well, very good.
Excellent.
We'll have 2 more questions. Shall we do them?
Sure.
All right. Last 2. Resplendent island in Sanskrit.
Sri Lanka.
And finally, this last one, it's not a place, but otherwise, same concept.
Okay.
The term is one born before in Japanese. Not a place, this one. Just a word.
Japanese?
In Japanese, yeah.
Is it Sensei?
It is.
Which technically is correct because I believe our Sensei was born before all of us.
So I put that one in there for you, Neil, because I suspected that despite my best efforts, you might be the one hanging on at the end. So in honor of that performance, will you tell us what the final scores are?
I'll be happy to. The final scores are Devo with 145, Twy 175, got Kells with 225, and I ended up with 259.
Bravo.
Not a runaway, but still a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
That was really...
I still felt a little picked on. But I'll get over it.
That was impressive to listen to.
Well, thank you very much, Patrick, for appearing on the show. You are a wonderful guest. Your questions are outstanding.
Absolutely.
Quite good.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a delight to be back on the show. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I appreciate what you all do, and glad to be a little part of it.
And should anybody else out there like to appear as a guest, the easiest way to do that is join the patron. Become a patron of the show as little as $2 a month. You can join the Patreon and gain access to the Discord, which is full of fun, excitement, and tomfoolery. At the $10 level, we will invite you on the show. This is our fan appreciation season, so we definitely want to get more of you on. And again, I can't thank Patrick and all the patrons enough.
I just want to read one comment made recently, like just a little while ago, on our Patreon, just to entice people to see the kind of conversations they can participate in. Albert, our Soccer Boy MD, made a comment. It just reads like Lord of the Fly fan fiction with hookers and MREs. So, if that's the kind of conversation you want to get in on, you can become a patron.
And in addition to all that love, you'll get on the Patreon and get on the Discord. We also would ask that anybody out there who's listening that would like to send in a quiz, please do so to Neil at brainladle.com, and he'll give it the once-over, and we'll make sure we get it on air. So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, I am your MC Davo with Kells.
To all you lovely fans out there, eep, op, ork, ah.
Whoa. Twy.
That means I love you.
Thank you, Twy.
Reporting from the hole, it's Arthur.
Hope you enjoyed it. Tell your friends.
And our exceptional guest, Patrick.
So long, ladle brainers.
The Sensei Neil.
So we left off the best band with umlauts that actually has legitimate umlauts. Mm-hmm. And that, of course, is Husker Du.
Signing off.
Go, go, Godzilla.
Hello, I'm producer Arthur, and welcome to the hole. What's that, Melissa? I know. I was going to tell them. Melissa says that if you love what you are hearing on this podcast, then why not become a patron? Head on over to the Brain Ladle Productions Patreon page. Starting at $2 a month, you can get access to great bonus content, such as special Patreon episodes, access to our Discord channel, and invites to special trivia games that you can play with all of your favorite Brain Ladle personalities. And sign up for the $10 a month option, and you can be a guest on our fan appreciation episodes. Yes, Melissa, I know. So much to do when you become a patron. What's that? Melissa, no, I'm not. No, Melissa, we're not going to do that. No, you cannot have their souls. That is not part of the package. Go to bed, Melissa. Just go to bed. There you go. And now, the outtakes.
Hold on. Totally off topic. King just texted me, did you win? I said, nope. He said, WTF. I said, Neil was playing. He said, oh, okay.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Oh, boy. That's first... I wrote my answer. What did I do? I'm not paying attention. I put my answer down for both the last question in Category 5 and the first question of Category 6, and I just made a mess of my spreadsheet here.
No.
I know.
It's sacred, Neil.
But, don't worry, I fixed it.
I don't know about y'all, but I've had a terrible game. I don't know if you noticed. It has not been my best effort.
I don't know what you mean.
It's okay, buddy. It's not a tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad because he originally gave me the theme was going to be superhero sidekicks and medieval history, and I said, nah. Foreign language, I think, would work better.
Foreign languages would be so much funner.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Motley Crue.